Hey, look at you showing up for one take on joy. I'm so glad that you're here with me today. You know, I have a confession to make. So this is not the first take of this particular video. In fact, I think I'm on like the fifth take. So we're friends, and I can just be honest with you and tell you that, yeah, sometimes life doesn't go according to plan. And I have a message that I want to share today, and I'm just going to keep pushing through until the thing comes out the way that I want it to. So bear with me. You know, following up on the last time we were together, we were talking about letting consequences do the teaching so that you can just stop nagging and have more fun with your loved ones. And I got a lot of feedback on that one, and I'm not surprised. And a great question was raised, and that is, you know, if I'm going to stop rescuing my family and letting the consequences do the teaching, do I tell my family first? And I thought, what a good question. I'd love to hear what your answers are. You know, my thought is absolutely. You are on the same team, right? So the goal isn't to surprise your loved ones with a new method. If they're old enough to understand where you're headed with things, absolutely fill your family in on, wow, I saw this video and I kind of like the idea and I want to try this in our family, and it might not be easy, but we're going to try it anyway, and we're going to strengthen this new muscle, and we're going to do this thing together, because the goal is to be on the same team. So it's not necessarily to shock and surprise your loved ones with a new method that they didn't see coming. I don't know, you might need a different kind of coach if that's your parenting style. But anyway, so today I wanted to talk about something that, you know, I think is very overlooked in our world, and that is just celebrating the little things. I feel like the world is spinning so fast, right? And we have like so many things we are responsible for in any given day. And I feel like the little things get lost in the blur of all this crazy activity. And we can easily get to the end of the week and not have anything to show for it other than a few things checked off of our to-do list. But we feel exhausted and wiped out. And my thought is there a way to do all the stuff we're required to do, but do it in a way where we feel like our joy bucket is filled up along the way? What if we fill up that joy bucket and we have more to give from? That's the goal. You know, if you're giving from an empty joy bucket, the people in your life are going to know. I mean, that resentment, it's going to come through. And so the goal is really to celebrate the little things along the way, keep that joy bucket full, give from a place of honesty and integrity and goodness and love and all that good stuff, not from a place of obligation. And so in order to do that, my thought is, what if we just notice the fun things along the way and we make note of those and we find a way to acknowledge those as they come up? So one way that we've done this in our family over the years is by eating on china. So I brought our china to show you today. Look how beautiful that is. And I brought that because, you know, when my husband and I got married, way the heck back when, we registered for china. We got a few sets, you know, as wedding gifts. But my grandma, she totally caught this, and she just kept buying china every Christmas and every birthday and every anniversary. She'd buy us another set of china, place setting. And it was really cool because she understood it was good to have something special. And at first, that's how we viewed it. Yeah, it was something really special. You know, we got it out on Thanksgiving and we got it out on Christmas. And then we realized, what if we used that china that my grandma gave us to celebrate the little things? And so then as a family, we started talking about what are the little things. And one of the first things that we really started to celebrate was the first flower that bloomed in the spring. And here in the Midwest, I mean, winters go on forever, right? And so that first flower, that's a big deal. If you've survived winter and you suddenly see a purple crocus blooming in the snow, I think that's a really good reason to get the china out and have dinner on it. So that's exactly what we started doing. You know, the food wasn't necessarily all that fancy. I don't even know what we ate. But we ate it on china. We felt like it was exciting, and then we continued to think about, that was kind of cool. I wonder what else we can celebrate. And so little by little, we started to get the china out more often. We got it out for things like great report cards that the kids brought home. It was really fun to celebrate their hard work by eating on china. Or, my husband got a raise one time and we got the china out. We were like, yay. Or now as a joy coach, when people sign up to get coached and they recognize it's time to do something with my joy bucket, I want to fill it up, I want to move forward. We get really excited in our house when people commit to that. We eat on china whenever I get a new coaching client. There was a time a couple of years ago we invited our parents over. We had the china on the table, we had all this nice food out, and our parents were like, what's going on? They were kind of looking at the table, and I noticed they were kind of suspicious, and eventually it came out that they thought we were celebrating that we were having another baby. We were like, no, we paid the mortgage off. We're celebrating that we own the house. So yeah, the china was out for that. It's really cool. It doesn't have to be massive things. It can be the little ordinary things. It makes them a lot less ordinary and more extraordinary. So I had to set my plate down. So yeah, I just want to encourage you to think about the little things that are going on. Whether you eat on china to celebrate, or whether you eat on paper plates that you draw pictures on, it's irrelevant. The point is, are you celebrating? Are you acknowledging the little joys in your life, the things that you're just thankful for? Does it make a difference in the crazy pace of your life if you're stopping along the way to actually notice the wonderful things that are taking place all around you? Let me give you one last example. So the other day, we went to the mechanic. Now, not ordinarily a time for celebration. Our car is 9 years old. We have probably spent more money at the mechanic than we originally paid for this thing at the dealer years ago. It's just falling apart left and right. But the other day when we went to the mechanic, we went there because when we go to open up the door, the handle just falls right off, part of the handle. And so you go to get in your car to go somewhere and there goes the handle onto the ground. And so we went to get this thing fixed, and the reason that we celebrated was the fix was under $20. Can you see my receipt? There it is. Oh, my finger's over it. 19 something. This, my friends, this is a reason to break out the china. So we did. We ate on china that night too. So bottom line, you can celebrate however you want. The question is, are you? Are you celebrating? And if you're not, let this be a reminder to you. Think about the little things that are going on in your life. Make note of those. Don't let the world just pass you by, checking off a to-do list and just thinking about all the things that aren't happening. I'd encourage you instead, think about the things that are happening along the way and just let that fill your joy bucket. And then when you give, you'll give from a place of fullness. So anyway, do what you want with that message. I hope that it was helpful to you today. I'm glad you're here with me, and I'll see you next time on One Take on Joy. And until then, go forth and be joyful.